So this is already the best day ever. Bat bleep insane things are going on. And with the Niners whiffing on Matthew Stafford, they reportedly, never made an offer, but, certainly within the wheelhouse of Kyle Shanahan, move from Jimmy G. They need a QB, so yeah, not so much. But the rumor mill is heating up yet again that Kirk Jerome Ezekiel Cousins reuniting in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan. So no Stafford, Kirk Cousins stonks to the moon. So Evan Massey, blue check mark on the old Twitter machine, I tweeted this out. 49ers still looking to make a move at quarterback. Kirk Cousins, I'm told, is a name to keep an eye on. If Vikings are open to dealing, San Francisco will push hard to acquire him. Ties with Shanahan make this intriguing potential fit, end quote. So now, I do not know Evan Massey, but just because you haven't heard of someone doesn't mean that they don't do the work, that they don't have connections, they don't have sources, etc. So, but again, this time of year, take everything with a massive grain of salt. Like, nothing leaks without an agenda behind it, so keep that in mind. But I mean, it does make sense because if they think that number 12 overall, they're going to miss out on the big four quarterbacks. Trey Lance is probably going to be gone. The big three probably are already out there as well. Mac Jones at 12, feh. And the Niners, like the Rams, are in win now mode. I mean, they were in the Super Bowl last year, for goodness sake. And Shanahan and Cousins, like, their connection does run deep. Like, the reason why Kirk Cousins was a fourth-round pick in 2012 in Washington after they traded everything for RG3 was because of Kyle Shanahan. They like the cut of his jib at Michigan State. Eat Lansing, go Spartans. And also, if the Niners hadn't traded midseason 2017 a second-round pick to the Patriots for Jimmy Garoppolo, I seriously think that the Niners would have thrown everything at him in free agency and gotten the band back together, but didn't happen. So maybe they're delaying getting back together. Sure. And the Niners would have around $34 million in projected cap space if and when they do punt on Jimmy G. And the Vikings, in terms of cap, would only have $20 million dead from his prorating signing bonus on their books. But they move on from his $21 million base salary this year and his $35 million 2022 base salary, which guarantees on the third day of the new league year this season, would be off the Vikings books as well. So they come out relatively unscathed. And frankly, I think the Vikings would have a lot of leverage in this spot because Stafford is gone. And now, I mean, they're looking around. There's only one Kirk Cousins. There's only one guy. Trust us, we know. And you probably won't get the Rams haul because there's not a moving part there where you're not taking like a Jared Goff contract off the books of another team. And the Niners can just cut Jimmy Garoppolo. And frankly, we don't want Jimmy Garoppolo. Be gone. Unless we can flip him to New England, but nah. But if the Niners are fully all in, and I think it wouldn't be a deal killer if the Vikings asked for the Niners number 12 overall pick and the Niners a second round pick, number 43 overall, so the Vikings can get back into the second round. Or if you're asking for a future second round pick or somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe the Vikings have to kick in like a fifth or a sixth round pick to just adjust it slightly. But I would be in, because if the Niners really want to go all in, that's the cost to be the boss. Let's go. And say this does happen. So what would the Vikings do? Even though Kirk Cousins, I firmly believe that the Vikings' best chance to win in 2021 is with Kirk Cousins. But if you have an opportunity, if it comes up where you have a chance to get your quarterback of the future, you have to consider it. You do. And getting significant trade capital for a soon-to-be 32-year-old quarterback, meh. So the Vikings would have the number 12 and number 14 overall picks, which on their face, similar problems as the Niners, as you're probably going to be missing out of the big four quarterbacks. But you could easily maneuver up with all that sweet trade capital. You're back into the second round, and you still have that bevy of third and fourth round picks after comp selections are doled out. Or do the Minnesota Vikings get into the Deshaun Watson derby with the 12 and 14 overall package future picks? Don't really care. Just go get your guy. They would have that option. But also the question is, would the Vikings give up on Kirk Cousins so easily? Now, I'm not talking about like you and I, like the average fan. I'm talking about the opinions that actually matter. So team ownership and Rick Spielman. Like, would they be so willing to just give up on the guy that they invested in, the guy that they gave him the big-time extension last offseason, and Kirk Cousins, frankly, was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL down the stretch last year. So respect. And the offense was not the problem last season. Are the Vikings willing to upset that apple cart when they are expecting the defense to be rebuilt and get back after it with Mike Zimmer, probably on his last chance, as well as special teams, and then the offense keeps humming along? Or do you gamble? Do you gamble for the number 12 overall pick? You get back into the second round, maybe you maneuver for the quarterback of the future. I don't know. I know. Personally, I would do it because let's gamble. Let's roll them bones, baby. Let's pump up the Kirk Cousins stock like GameStop, and let's go. Let's move on with life. But will the Vikings do it? That remains to be seen. I fully understand why the Niners would be in, and John Lynch ain't afraid to gamble. So let's go. Let's go. But your thoughts? Kirk Cousins, Niners, question mark? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.